Yeah, I saw him in the bracket along with Punk A, and there's a lot of definitely notable runners in this tournament.
A lot of good players. All right, both racers are on their way. Good luck. Good luck. Enjoy, guys.
Yeah, good luck. And right off the bat here, I think we can notice the version differences. We have Japanese on the right and US on the left. The intro. Yeah, you want to mention the intro?
So apparently English version is the fastest for 70 star due to the speed of some text boxes and whatnot.
Right.
That's interesting that Sorry is going for Japanese.
Yeah, I mean US is only 1 second faster about, I believe, so it's not too much of a difference, but the intro for Japanese is faster, so we will have Sorry here ahead.
Yeah, noticeably ahead for sure. Oh, sorry, you're going there for Lackey Skip, trying to skip this little intro by the cameraman. Darrow does get it. Yeah, unfortunately for Sorry, that does lose about 7 to 8 seconds.
Of course, it's not over yet.
Long way to go, especially in this game where one little angle, one wrong turn, or mistimed wall jump loses you like a minute. Yeah, you never know.
We always have Tippy.
Having Tippy.
All right, and then we've got Darrow and Sorry attempting bomb click right now.
Good stuff.
Sorry, just barely getting that. He dived on the bomb, so he had a very small amount of time to actually try and get.
For sure, you have about a 2 or 3 frame window to get that. Actually, I think it is 3. But yeah, basically, for anyone who doesn't know how that trick works, you grab onto the bomb a second time after it has expanded to explode, and that sends you flying backwards, and you kind of use that momentum to clip through the gate. And that saves 6 seconds, I think.
Yeah, I actually don't know how much that's.
Chunk. So right now you'll see here that Darrow went into Womps right away, and Sorry's going into the first what's it called? The Princess's Secret Slide. And I think that just in terms of routing, I believe that saves a second. It might be less, but yeah, it's not a huge difference. But Sorry, we'll be going into Womps Fortress now, where Darrow's doing his thing.
Yeah, and in a race setting, there's really no reason not to go for Womps Fortress 9. Usually, when players are attempting PB attempts, they do 8 just so they can get Womps out of the way. But since we're doing a no reset race, then might as well go for that 9 for the second. And yeah, I see Sorry here mentioning in the chat that he's on emulator. I'm not sure
that's
if
why
Darrow's on console or emulator either.
Nice Owlus.
Yeah, that was very good.
That was very clean. I'm not sure. Did Darrow go for it? I honestly didn't see at the beginning while I was explaining the secret slide.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. He might have gone for Cannonless first. That's definitely one players like to opt to first, just in case they kill it.
Both are very strong gatekeepers of the first chunk of the run. Getting past those two is very nice. Sorry, going for Cannonless here now.
And then Darrow's gonna finish up 100 coin. He was attempting the pro cycle, but he didn't quite get it. A few mistakes along the way. Yeah, and that is the second fastest cycle. Well, it's the fastest cycle, but it's the second fastest route for 100.
Sorry, we'll be going for a half cycle here. But yeah, so Owlus, the first one, the first trick that Sorry went for, where you go into the cage without using the owl, hence Owlus, saves about 6 seconds, I believe. And then Cannonless, which both runners went for. I'm not sure. That saves a very good chunk of time. Cool tricks / glitches at the beginning of the run.
And I was just noticing Sorry's route here. I was very interested in that because he skipped the red coin, then went back for it, and then opted to jump up to the spinning platform. He didn't make the half cycle, but very interesting
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for it. So yeah, it is a little bit slower. Not a huge deal, but yeah, noticeably slower for sure. And consistent, I would say.
And so Darrow is doing the Womp Star right now, and he has 5 stars. So I'd imagine that he is gonna opt for the Owl Star instead of doing Owless, as it is a very hard trick.
Yeah, for sure. These two racers, or this race, I guess, is one of the first ones I've seen. Maybe there have been others where both players have PBs that are under 1 hour. So 2 very solid players. As you can see right now, I mean, they're not making a ton of mistakes. They're hitting their strats, and yeah, it's a good race so far.
We actually had a very close race last night. It was Pete versus Zarflon. It came down to throws. It was close.
It came down to what? To throws?
Yeah, the very last throws.
That is a good race. That's a very good matchup right there.
It was very exciting.
Hopefully, yeah, this one comes down to it too. So yeah, Darrow opting to go for the Owl. Not a huge time loss, but Sorry might be... Actually, it might be close because Darrow's recon was faster. But Sorry went for Owless
to get the slide. So
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he is ahead by a bit. It is kind of close. Let's see here.
I guess we'll find out when they both finish the second slide.
I'm gonna call a 12-9 on here. Maybe not.
A little slow.
Yeah.
I like the optimism though.
Gotta have faith in those runners. I always guess
for
below
sure.
13.
Yeah. 12-3 for Sorry.
Totally. I was gonna randomly pull out that fastest time.
The task strats. For anyone who doesn't know, that's that time is impossible. So that's why that is funny.
Yeah. I think the fastest task 12-2 actually. I'm not sure.
Like that.
I don't really keep up with that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess 12-9 here. Here we go.
12-8 from Sorry, that's very solid. Of course, it's not too big of a difference.
Yeah, so both of them getting very similar fade out times. Sorry behind by 2 seconds at most. Both going into the wing cap stage. Very tight race right now. Let's go.
And it does look like Darrow is also on emulator, as neither of them opted to quote-unquote reduce lag because they don't have to. Normally, if you're playing on console, you would Mario Cam there to reduce lag from the level.
Dozens of spots like that throughout. Maybe I'm not sure actually about dozens in this run, but definitely in 120 start. But anyway, yeah, that's one of the advantages. It's pretty nice to play on VC or emulator. That yeah, no lag, so you don't have to worry about funky camera changes to reduce lag and
yeah, absolutely.
And that nonsense.
And just another little tidbit about lag reducing is they're opting to just save and continue instead of don't save and continue, which console players don't save and continue to save a few frames, and that adds up to a few seconds throughout.
A crazy amount of time. If done like optimally in 120 start, not saving versus saving saves 30 seconds. It's crazy. And then in 70 start, well, it'd probably be somewhere around half of that. So yeah, it's crazy how much just that little thing saves.
Those frames add up.
Both players making solid cycles in Dark Road.
Yeah, for sure. you know, in a race, it's best just to try not to die, especially if you have trouble with Dark World, because it is very easy to die here. And, you know, trying to make those cycles can be a bit tricky.
Dark World's one of the scarier stages for sure in this run. Clean, so Darrow hitting his throw, and Sorry hitting his throw as well.
Yeah, this is very, very close. This will be exciting. Definitely going to come down to what happens as we get to the more difficult stages.
Absolutely, and there's some spots where we'll see differences in strats, most likely. And yeah, but really it's going to come down to just clutching it out in the moments where you really just small moments or small mistakes can really lose a lot of time.
Yeah, and we might see the first route difference coming up. I'm not sure if either runner is going to opt for CCM 18 or 17, so we'll see what happens there.
Judging by how both runners have opted out of a couple strats already, I would be very surprised if we see anybody changing their CCM route, but you never know. High jump, very good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hitting that fence.
Gosh, that's one of those tiny, just very frustrating mistakes.
You're just trying to go super fast, and then you do stuff like that.
All right, here we go with Cool Mountain.
Darrow opting for the slide star first, and then Sorry opting for wall kicks will work, and we will see if they really will work.
They don't work.
Yep, apparently they don't, but they work the second time.
There you go.
And yeah, so since Darrow went for that slide star, it looks like he will be going for CCM 18, which means you get the 100 coin during the penguin.
This one can be a very scary star because of, well, depending how many coins you have going into the final slide with the penguin, because missing too many loses a lot of time.
Yeah, it's definitely, actually, I would say less forgiving than CCM 17.
Yeah. I mean, at least there's another backup red coin when coming out of the slide doing CCM 17, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Looks like Darrow also opting to go for these slightly safer wall kicks will work. And they do work for him. There you go.
And that is actually the second fastest strat, as opposed to the a bit slower strat that Sorry did. Sorry just jumped down and then jump kicked when he got to the bottom. And Darrow did a rollout and just landed at the bottom without jump kick.
Yeah, I've never actually seen the rollout before.
Yeah, it's the fastest option right before the pro wall kicks will work strat.
Yeah. So both players now starting their 100 coin. Yeah, it's still very neck and neck. It's actually kind of impressive how close it's been, like throughout the entire race so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Both players getting that safety red coin, probably a good idea.
And yeah, so with that safety red coin, I believe they're allowed to miss 3 coins. That is the max they're allowed to miss.
Ooh, Sorry just missed 2 there, I believe. He's gonna have to clutch out. Yeah, he can only miss 1 more. Alright,
like
good.
Darrow has 1 extra, and Sorry has just enough.
guys are literally 3 seconds apart. This is good.
Yeah. I imagine if we see any time to be made up or lost between the two, first place we're going to see that is probably Fire Sea, because that is probably the hardest or one of the hardest stages in 70 Star.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see if there will be any pillarless shenanigans going on. That's or any lava boost in lethal lava land.
Yeah.
Shifting sand land. I believe that's the name.
You know, I think pillarless is kind of up in the air because, you know, these guys are, you know, I would say at the level where they might be trying that. And as far as lava boost goes, I imagine they might be going for triple jump lava.
I would expect both of them to go for the triple jump lava boost, and I don't know. I'm hopeful for at least one of them to try. You know, for the fans, for pillarless, we'll see. PBs. So Sorry actually just PB'd today. I think Carson mentioned that before. He got a mid to high 56, like a 56.30 something.
Yeah,
I believe Darrow's PB is
26.
Oh, nice, very good. And then I believe Darrow's PB is a 59.
It's actually, well, according to the information I got from Sorry, it's a 55, but I don't know how accurate that is. Yeah.
I looked. Oh, I might be thinking of somebody else actually. Oh, that's my fault. Because I checked the leaderboard earlier. I looked at a different name then.
Yeah, so their PBs are only a minute apart.
Yeah, this is yeah, in terms of skill level and I mean the pace right now, it's much closer than I actually thought at the beginning.
All right, and so both of them will be trying to grab MIPS up here, which is, you know, can be tricky, but it's not too hard to do, and it is a bit easier on US because MIPS is slightly slower.
Darrow getting them pretty clean there.
Oh.
Nice snipe there by Sorry.
Very good recovery.
Going into SSL. Let's see what he's doing.
Ooh.
Oh, dang. He got the right frame. He got there and almost died there. Jeez. I really hope he goes for it again.
Yeah, I mean, props to him for trying it.
For sure. All right, so that trick that Darrow just... Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that is rough.
Oh. That trick that Darrow just tried to go for is called Pillarless. It saves 15 seconds. Grab the bomb similar to Bomb Clip, the very first star that both runners did, and it kind of clips you to the very top.
Oh, got a fake bomb there. Grab it running slow.
Jeez.
Yeah,
not messing around with that. And
that white platform there. There's a tiny little slope on the edges, and if you grab the bomb there, it doesn't work.
Oh my goodness, that was incredibly close. So the only scary part about not grabbing or not doing pillarless is your shell potentially breaking on one of the pillars. And Sorry was very close to breaking his shell there and dying.
Yeah, isn't it if you go like perpendicular up the pillar?
Yeah, it's something like that. Something like that. I think he actually almost broke it like on the pyramid itself, like when trying to go in between two pillars. But
oh yeah.
Darrow going for it again here, and yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
He's gonna double down on this though.
He is. He's really committed to getting this. You gotta respect that. But really losing a lot of time here, as you can tell. Sorry is now in, and Darrow really struggling here. Dang.
Very unfortunate.
It has a 2-frame window. Well, it has a 3-frame, but the third frame is much slower, and not everyone knows how to do it. Typically, people who know how to do this trick go for the 2-frame window, and he got it a couple times, but finish up the rest of the trick. It's very difficult. One of those really advanced tricks, but you know, it's cool that he went for it.
Yeah, optimally you want to get that big bomb so that you have that speed to get over the sand, and if you get the medium or small one, it's very, very hard or almost even impossible.
Yeah, so this game is really piling up on Darrow now. The exact same way that I mentioned earlier that Sorry almost broke his shell, Darrow did it, and he did break his shell and died. So that is that's very unfortunate.
It was Sorry almost dying in lethal lava land. It's very hard.
It's hard to say, right? Alright, at least I wasn't the only one that messed it up. Alright, Darrow's onto something here. 1 ground pound, 2, the double.
Oh, that was very close.
Clip.
You didn't do the double jump.
He's got it. Oh, there it is. Oh, man.
I was very worried about that because normally where those two quicksands meet, you got to double jump off that. But he didn't do that, but he still made it over. So
yeah, that was it was sketchy as well. At least that ground pound really came in through for him. But yeah, that was pillarless. Very, very cool trick. Very difficult, but definitely not worth it at this point, as he probably lost a minute or two trying to with all those attempts and those deaths, unfortunately. Now in a comfortable 2 and maybe a half star. Anyone's race for sure. Still early in the run.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not over at all.
On those bullies goosebumps.
Taking it easy, make sure you don't get bullied off the edge and die.
Oh man, it's one of the absolutes. You can really it's so easy to get caught in those 3 bullies and this vortex of them just hitting you. Like,
I mean, even just one can just really mess you up.
It's terrible. But yeah, Sorry, despite not getting the faster strat there to kill all 3 of them at the same time, did well to recover and do. Let's see how Darrow's gonna manage now.
Oh
wow, that was good.
That was very good.
That almost looked on purpose. A very solid backup there from Darrow.
Alright, and I imagine Sorry's going to take this star a bit safe. Normally, players would side flip up this next pole and then do a jump dive off one of the little platforms, but it can be very tricky to pull off.
And the faster strat, but he got it.
Alright, and Sorry's finished with triple L. That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
probably the best idea. It's looking like, I have a feeling like Darrow will be going for the faster strat here. Lava boost.
Yeah, so Sorry did not go for lava boost. Darrow doing a very good one.
That's a very good chunk of time save.
Oh, that's rough.
That is very rough. Oh no, poor Darrow, man. Where Sorry is in HMC or Hazy Maze Cave. We will see if he. I would imagine he's opting to skip navigating through the toxic maze and going for a coin at the very end of the run. But I guess we'll see if he does decide to do that.
So
That's yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Darrow just tried to do lava boost again, but he got caught caught in that lava, so when you're trying to do lava boost, you gotta neutral for just a moment to make sure you don't get caught in a series of getting damaged by the lava.
Yeah, this one of those, like I said before, the tiny mistakes, and they just cost you so much time. Very unfortunate for Darrow. Definitely going for more advanced strats than Sorry, but they are not hanging out for him. That's the interesting thing about, despite Darrow maybe being at a slightly higher skill level in terms of strats and stuff. I mean, if you don't do them in a race, it's just it's not going to pan out for you.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's a lot of tricks in this game where, like you said, it's very punishing if you do fail and not very rewarding if you
that is this game in a nutshell. Once you get to a much, like, just a very high level, for sure. So Sorry did opt to go for navigating through the toxic maze, which means I'm almost 100% sure that means he will not be going for a TikTok clock 100 coin at the end of the run. And that he has a pretty commanding lead here. Opting for second roughly time loss. If you do 100 coin in TTC very well, that is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said earlier, Darrow's definitely not out of this race at all.
No, not at all.
You should definitely be cheering for him.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot that can happen.
Pretty smooth HMC for the strats that he went, and Darrow gets a very solid clip there. Pins navigating through the toxic maze as well, so it looks like he won't be going for TTC 100 coin either, which is interesting.
I mean, I imagine that's yeah, they're probably just worried about how it's gonna go, especially at this level. It can be a variable that you're very worried about.
I mean, TTC 100 is arguably the hardest star in this game period, so I mean, it's not very surprising. Ooh. Can he make it in time for the backup? He does.
Oh,
nice. That's good.
Very nice.
It's tight, but he got it. So yeah, Darrow there, once he got into that room when he just barely failed that triple jump, was trying to clip over the ceiling in that room to press the switch where that you normally need the metal cap for. But he failed it and barely did a backup strat by clipping under that elevator. It was very, very tight. You got to be in the right spot too, so
yeah, and set up the angle even.
Yeah, exactly. And does he press the switch?
Yep,
he does.
Yeah. And yeah, so for those of you that don't know how that works, you gotta make sure your triple jump wall kick is at the the highest height it can be, or almost the highest height. Yeah, just as high as you can possibly get it, so that you do hit that switch.
Yeah, funny story about that trick is, people used to do it, and I'm like, the strat's been known for a long time, but nobody really knew specifically that you needed like optimal height almost. So it would look like you triple jump and wall kick over it, and sometimes you would hit the switch, and sometimes you wouldn't. So that trick used to be called Christmas Miracle before people realized, or somebody found out that you do just need optimal height there.
Very good rings from Sorry. There, got the first one, first 5. Very optimal.
It's good stuff. That start can be very trolly, very trolly. If you miss one, you got to start all the way from 1 again. And there are some rings that, from my experience anyway, like no matter how you go through them, they will not activate. So if you miss or you have to like restart the counter, then yeah, it's very annoying to get all 5 going again.
Oh yeah. And you know, something to note in DDD, since both are playing on emulator, they don't have to do any lag reduction strats, and this is a level where there are a lot of lag strats.
Might be the most lag intensive stage, I believe.
Yeah, generally the swimming levels, both swimming levels, JRB and DDD, tend to be very laggy.
Sorry, almost dying in Bowser in the fire sea here.
Making that normal cycle though. Second fastest cycle. Well, third fastest cycle, I guess. Although early Ellie's and Lava Boost are technically the same elevator cycle, but Lava Boost is fast.
Yeah, faster by about 5 seconds, I think.
Oh.
He's alright. Alright, sorry, wrapping up to the second of the 3 Bowser fights.
Let's see, Darrow missing that first ring. Got the second one though. He's still in there. And,
oh, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Watch, he's gonna go through the first one, second one, and then the third one. Oh, it worked. It worked. 4th hand.
Oh,
see this?
Yeah, it looked like he went through there, but
right?
he didn't. Apparently, according to the game.
It's absolutely maddening. I really feel for Darrow right now, but he does get all 5. He recovers.
I think all Mario runners can relate to what just happened there.
Bowser throw, wrapping up the second Bowser fight, and Darrow entering. Definitely a commanding lead for Sorry going upstairs, but I mean, it's upstairs. In 70 star, difficult section of
Oh yeah. I mean, I would say 70 star is kind of a category that progressively gets more difficult and difficult as you get through the run. Then next we'll have Tippy, which is Rainbow Ride, and TTC, which are probably the hardest levels in the game, along with Bowser in the Sky.
I believe Darrow here going for the faster cycle, but
I think that's actually the normal cycle.
Oh, is it?
It's
okay.
like, yeah. Not quite making it.
Yeah, that's rough. Did he, I was watching Sorry's screen, was he, did he make a couple mistakes at the beginning?
I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention either. I was looking at Sorry's screen, unfortunately, but just from the way the elevator, how low it was, I imagine that it was the normal cycle, just because it's very challenging to arrive that early.
For sure. He's got the star though. He's ready for the second Bowser fight, as Sorry is finishing up Wet Dry World 100 coin here. Landing on that last platform, and it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, all the 100 coin stars in this game are pretty hard to do fast, because the way the routing's set up, you're only allowed to miss 1 coin on pretty much every 100 coin star, if that. So
yeah, I think the can miss on any, even in 120 star, without doing backups is 2 coins, I believe.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of
HMC 100 coin, you can't miss any.
Oh. Yeah. Very, yeah, not a lot of room for error in the vast majority of the strats and stars in this game. They're also making it upstairs. Let's go. We're within 3 stars of each other. It's still anybody's race, really.
Yeah, I got word from Sorry in the chat here. Looks like he's on PB pace. Very good run for him.
Yeah,
good run for
well
both
today.
runners, I would say.
By the way, guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you check both of these runners' streams out. They, from what I know, they both stream somewhat regularly, so yeah, be sure to check them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Support the Super Mario 64 community.
For sure.
They're getting hit by that amp, but so far it looks like he's on his way to a pretty decent 100 coins, so very solid. Sorry, heading into THI, probably gonna do secrets first, which is the hardest star, arguably.
Yeah, it's a finicky one for sure, and it looks like he's opting to go for the Piranha first, just to maybe get some momentum going in this stage.
Yeah.
A fun fact about this, if you didn't know, maybe most people do, but I didn't until like a couple months ago. When you enter the pipe, it looks like you go into like a different part of the stage in Tiny Huge Island, but it's actually the same thing. It's the same place, just enlarged or shrunken down. I didn't realize that until like a couple months ago. It's not that obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't figure it out until I started like I was well into speedrunning this game. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's in the name.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's slightly safer strat in secrets, but he's done it well. This is one of those strats where you can very easily lose a lot of time. So he's done it well there.
Another one of the very laggy stars on N64 as well. You'd see runners on console opting to do the whole star in regular Lakitu cam as opposed to C down, and even maybe switching to Mario cam on some parts to reduce even more lag, but it's a lot of skill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Barely sliding by that check, yeah.
That Czechia can be an absolute troll.
It looks like Darrow's about to finish up Wet Dry World.
So yeah, you can tell by Sorry's green timer there that he absolutely is on a... But yeah, you know what, guys? I probably should have realized that sooner. But you know, in case anyone else didn't know, you were in the same boat with me. Okay. This he's going for is very finicky. He's got to get a really good angle.
If you get the wrong angle, you're definitely gonna just bounce off that mushroom.
Yeah, he's got it though. As you can see, Darrow here struggling with secrets. This is one of those very kind of awkward of the stage where it's so easy to like just hit off of things and get trolled by a Goomba. Like it's just very finicky. It up and he makes it onto the platform. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Oh, that's so bad. All right, so what just happened there? There's a warp on that little
Corner.
section of of that platform, and the only way to avoid it is by if you ledge grab there. The only way to avoid it is by pressing up, so that you slowly get up onto the platform and don't teleport. But if you press A to get up quickly, the way he just did, you teleport. Now I don't know if you knew about that. Oh my goodness, he just did it again. Oh no. Oh,
so yeah, I imagine he's probably not expecting to land there, so he's just kind of pressing A out of habit.
Who knows if he knows about the warp? Yeah, that is very, very unfortunate to happen twice in a row. It's a pretty rare mistake, and for it to happen twice in a row, that's just, oh man, I feel for Darrow right now. For whatever reason, you know, pressing A to get up there teleports you, but pressing up to get up there does not.
I'm not exactly sure why that worked.
No, just one of the fun treats this game has. Over, still not over. It's yeah. I mean, it always comes down to Tippy.
And so Sorry just really taking it safe. You know, he probably knows he has the lead, or he might not, but he's, you know, still taking it safe for a race. You know, going around instead of opting for that mountain clip that other runners might do, and also not jumping off the log.
Yeah, that section there is one of the scarier parts of the run as well. Where with this Shy Guy and the monkey, you know, going for that long jump wall kick. And I mean, I would say that he's played a good amount of this run safe, but I mean, it's working out for him. He's on PB pace. He's very far ahead. Race, and yeah, sometimes, you know, playing it consistently is the way to go.
And yeah, you never know what could happen in Tippy. Like I said, the two hardest stages, at least in 70 star, maybe, you know, some might argue hardest stages for 120 as well, are in Tippy. So anything could happen. Darrow could.
Make one small mistake and die in something like TTC, and then, you know, the other players start to play well and pick up momentum. You never know. This box jump here onto the very solid.
And we'll see if he opts for the harder strats to maybe try and catch up.
Yeah, if he knows how to do them, I think he has to. If he does do the two mountain clips well, yeah, he's going for them. We'll save him a good chunk of time. He's got the first one.
Very good. Oh.
Died there.
Almost.
Yeah,
almost fell down there. It is possible to die there.
Yeah. So what Darrow's doing there is he's clipping into the mountain and then hitting a oh, that's unfortunate. Hitting a certain, I think you would call it an up warp in the waterfall that just kind of teleports you up there, as you saw. But there are zones where if you like move into like the wrong part of the water, you just kind of fall to the bottom of the stage and you die. Hit that first trick nicely, but unfortunately falling down at the end of the star.
Yo, what's up, J-Mill Gaming? Commentating with him last night was very fun. That very close, or no, yeah, I was with you on that close. Very exciting.
Yeah, I wish I'd seen that. Oh gosh.
Oh, kicking that wall and falling right to the bottom for Darrow. Very unfortunate.
That's rough. Yeah, this is another one of the I mean, kind of like tight knit just like close stars that you really gotta have good movement for. Tiny mistakes like that, you're just gonna. What?
And so there's two strats you can do there on that area Sorry was just in. You can either go on the left side and slide down and do a couple jumps over the next edge, or you can go slide down the right side and clear the entire area in one jump, with the right side being the slightly harder strat, but saving a bit of time.
Darrow getting mountain clip again very nicely, but falling down. I think he's not quite comfortable with the camera changes there yet, and once he fell, he tried to long jump back to mountain clip, but the camera hadn't quite changed the way he expected it to, it seems like, and he just... It's really unfortunate.
Camera can be very tricky with that mountain clip. It took me a while to figure out how to get that camera to play with me.
Yeah. Sorry, heading into tipping now with a definitely he's a full stage ahead, commanding lead, but him being on PB pace definitely racks up the nerves, and who knows if he dies here in Rainbow Ride, you never know what might happen to his momentum. What's up, J-Mel, by the way? How you doing?
Yeah, Rainbow Ride, commonly referred to as Reset Ride, because it is very, very challenging and the source of a lot of resets. Yeah.
So right here, this trick that Sorry's about to go for is a little bit tricky. Just needs a little bit of timing. Oh no, he's got it. He's got it. There's so you want to long jump there with a certain speed. That's why he ledge grabs there and then builds up speed running like that. But if you jump like a little too close to the edge, you jump a little too high and you actually hit that that he just barely snuck under in ledge grab. Which is what I thought was going to happen, but no, he's got it.
Yeah, that is strat he's opting for instead of doing lack 2 bounce, which is a very challenging trick in the stage where you bounce off the lack 2 and take a shorter route. The PBs are 56.26 for Sorry, and then we have 55.35 for Darrow. And Sorry actually PB'd a few hours before the race, and it looks like he might PB again. Let's see.
Yeah, he's in form today. He's just feeling it.
Yeah, Darrow going for that right side strat I was talking about, but unfortunately not making it as he jumped a bit too late.
Yeah, it really speaks for how different race settings are, and how sometimes going for safer strats can really pay off. Despite Darrow having a better PB and maybe being a little higher in strats and skill level, I mean, the lead that Sorry has, that doesn't necessarily mean he'll win the race.
Yeah, and that right side strat that he tried, it only saves like a second or two. So I mean, and with that very punishing, it's very punishing to mess up. So
yeah, absolutely. Really punishing spots. It's it's not looking like a great race for him, but he's hanging in there. I'm sure he'll finish strong.
Seems like Sorry had a very solid Rainbow Ride. Heading into TTC, we'll see if he opts for doing some of these stars moving instead of still. We're gonna do one of the first ones with the clock frozen.
To see how how much Sorry's really going for a PB here. If this star he's made a couple of tiny mistakes, go for the other ones moving or not.
And yeah, so normally if you're doing TTC 100, you would get this star with the 100 coin star. But since neither runners are doing that, they're just going to get this star bets.
Yeah. Depending on how well you do TTC 100, I think it saves from like 10 to 15 seconds, something like that, which is a big time save. But I mean, TTC 100, like I said before, arguably the hardest star in the game.
Yeah,
So
very high cost.
Yeah, for sure. Getting what looked like a glitchy double jump there on the platforms at the end of tricky triangles, and it looked like it just ate all his momentum and he just fell right off. That's one of those like tiny little mistakes that are just very frustrating and hard to avoid sometimes. Darrow's hit a lot of those today.
Sorry, having trouble with that triple jump up to the top. You know, that triple jump is a lot harder than it looks.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta mess with the joystick a little so that you don't hit the wall too early, because you want to hit it as high as you possibly can.
Darrow getting solid. And try. Sorry, he's got 3 stars left here in TTC, including this one.
It looks like he's, opting for these safer strats, taking all these stars when the clock is standing still as opposed to doing them moving.
He seems very in control here, very much rising to the occasion on PB pace in a marathon setting, race setting, and he's got all the pressure in the world. And
yeah, I was talking to him the other day, and he was worried that he wasn't going to pull through this race. He thought he didn't really stand too much of a chance against Darrow with his PB being 1 minute fast, well, 2 minutes faster at the time that he said that. And right. He's really, like I said, rising up to the occasion.
So before, it really speaks to how anything can happen in a race, especially with this game. It's yeah, it's exciting. The solid mistake there. It's going to cost him a bit of time, but seems like he's back in control and doing reds pretty well.
And Darrow opting for a safer strat for swinging in the breeze. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Trying to catch up if he possibly can at this point.
Oh, my mistake before. Sorry, actually, I had 4 stars left. I thought he was opting to get towed after TTC, but it looks like he got towed before. So this is actually his last star.
Oh, yeah. And Darrow finished up with Rainbow Ride and gonna head into TTC right as Sorry finishes.
So at this point, I think we're all rooting for Sorry to get a PB here live on in his race. It would be pretty sweet. And with the solid Bowser in the sky, I mean, it looks like he could do it.
Yeah. Nice. Gets that triple jump. Very tricky. Got a triple jump right off the edge there.
Well, I think it'll be close whether or not he can 55. Oh.
Oh, Yeah, that's gonna
with
cost
that drop.
a lot.
Yeah, that might have been the. I don't know about the PB, but I think that might have been the 55 there.
Yeah, 55 is probably gone, but PB might still be possible. I'm not sure.
So it'll be tight. It'll be. He's got to play perfectly from now on to have a chance.
Darrow's been having a pretty solid TTC so far. Maybe he'll catch up.
Now I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like Sorry just got invisible walled and pushed down during that long jump.
Yeah,
it wasn't normal movement. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure if it's an invisible or something else with the rotating platforms, but yeah, that definitely.
I believe that's kind of a spot of RNG. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, it's not technically RNG, but there's only one of those platforms where that invisible wall exists. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So if you're not on a normal cycle per se that you'd be used to, then you might end up on that platform.
So Sorry, he's got one throw. It does not look like other throw hitting. He would have PB'd. Maybe he would have.
Yeah, PB's definitely gone though.
He's got all three though. Mid 56 again, and you know what? I think, yeah, those couple of mistakes in Bowser in the Sky really cost him.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have fallen down, he definitely would have PB'd. And you know, this is still a very solid time for a race. Only under 10 seconds away from his PB.
8 seconds off PB. What a run for Sorry. Definitely rising to the occasion. They're not cracking under pressure and throughout. Unfortunately, not getting the PB, but still a very, very solid run for him. GG's in the chat for good stuff.
And then let's get some support for Darrow as he finishes up TTC and heads into Bowser in the Sky. See what time he gets.
Absolutely, Darrow going for significantly harder strats and some.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, and it unfortunately not working out for him, but yeah, Darrow definitely deserves all the support. Sounds like Sorry's heart was really racing. Congrats, Sorry, on the win and the very solid run, man.
Yeah, PB plus race setting, you know, those nerves have definitely got to be running. Yeah, glad to see some hype, some support for Darrow in the chat. Keep that up.
Darrow heading into Bowser in the Sky now as well. Let's go.
You know, now that you know, Sorry has won, I'm wondering if he might opt for hard strats in Bowser in the Sky, as he has been doing throughout the run. Maybe some left side, maybe even moving left side.
We'll see. There, and it looks like he was going for the reds.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I imagine Darrow runs 120 star because, yeah, it looked like that 120 star muscle memory started to kick in for him. And yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
Or maybe he's just doing it for fun.
Maybe,
Makes
yeah.
sense too. Might as well. Reds is definitely Bowser in the Sky Reds is definitely hard to pull off quickly, as there's a lot of spots, you know, like that part where you can easily fall. Hard to grab a lot of the coins quickly without making those mistakes.
Yeah, so it looks like and he's just messing around at this point. Nice fire skip there. I don't know what the proper name of that.
Yeah, I can't even do that.
Skip. Yeah, it's
tried that so much.
a trick to it where as you side flip or after you side flip forwards, you just flick to the left a tiny bit to like avoid the hitbox of the fire, and you pulled it off pretty nicely there. Oh, that Chuckya opting to fall with Darrow in support. Maybe the Chuckya was just really dedicated to getting him.
The tables have turned. He falls down instead of the player. Yeah, not going for that left side triple jump strat. Oh, didn't die. Almost did though.
All right, he's still going. He's still going. You know, he should go for it and then go back and get the red coin.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's doing reds, which is why he wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Side. Oh yeah, and if Sorry wants an interview, he can opt in for that. I think we have time.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it looks like he's in the waiting room, so... Yeah, how about we pull Sorry in here for an interview. Yo,
Looks like
Sorry.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, dude? A win? How you feeling?
That was such a good race.
Yeah, you were just under 10 seconds from your PB. How, I imagine you're satisfied with that, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I only got this PB today, and then to get
Yo,
Sorry.
56 like a couple of hours later.
What's up, dude?
Today.
A win? How
honestly.
you feeling? I think you're getting some double feed. Sorry, from the stream.
Yeah, I was wondering where that was coming from.
Oh, okay.
But I think. Oh wait, hold on. Or am I getting double feed? Who's getting double feed? I'm not really sure. But anyway, yeah, dude. Very, very solid run. Yeah, like Carson said, less than 10 seconds off your PB. You're playing well today, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I was having a really bad time and was considering dropping out, but then after today, I've been playing amazing.
Yeah, for sure. It shows why you should never give up, especially in this game, and especially in a race setting, because you never know what happened, man. What will happen? I mean, you were technically the underdog, right, going into this race.
Going into the race, like before today, my PB was like about 2 minutes behind Darrow's, and then I now feel like I'm capable of getting almost a 54.
The sky's the limit, and yeah, you keep playing like that, and you're definitely gonna be getting some more PBs. So yeah, congrats again, man.
All right, and do we have any questions from the chat for Sorry? So, and I'll just ask one more. So you didn't, you weren't very confident going into this race then? You didn't think you were going to win, is that correct?
I went in this with the sort of, like, expect the worst but hope for the best sort of mentality. So I was doing quite a few safe strats. Like, I didn't go for lava boost, I didn't go for the other different strats before when doing attempts. But I'd been feeling kind of off a couple of days before, but playing really well. So
yeah, we definitely noticed that during the race, and that's kind of what made this race. Darrow going for those harder strats that you mentioned, but they didn't quite work out for him, and you went for those safer strats and almost PB'd. So yeah, it definitely worked out for you.
Yeah, definitely commiserations to Darrow. I mean, he had a very solid race too. He went, like you said, went for a lot of hard strats, and obviously a very good player. So yeah, to Darrow, keep your head up, man, and keep doing your thing.
J-Mill says, "Are you sorry for winning the race?"
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every time.
But yeah, any more questions for Sorry while we have him in here? And Darrow, let us know if you'd like an interview. If you would, you can go ahead and we'll hop into the waiting room and go ahead and interview you.
So sorry, are you gonna PB again today?
I mean, I'm gonna keep going. I'm playing really well, so
Yeah,
the wave.
Yeah, absolutely. The iron's hot, man. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long ago did you start doing 70 star?
It's been about 3 years now. Like 70 star is the category I started with, and then I moved on to 16 star and eventually 120. What I've been doing from long list.
Nice, man. A fun fact about Sorry is that he actually plays on a PlayStation 4 controller. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that is crazy to me. I don't know how you get some of the angles that you need to get, but that must be tough.
That is that takes some skill. Looks like we have Darrow in here. Thank you, Sorry, for racing, taking that race, and hopping in for an interview.
Yeah, GG, congrats, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, and Darrow,
Hey.
how do you think you did during that race? How do you feel about it?
Complete ass.
Colorless.
Like, I really don't want to, like, start rambling, but I've, like, it feels so shit to say this, but I've, like, never played this bad before. Like,
Yeah.
you know when you do, like, shit, and you say, oh, I've never played this bad before? Like, I did a run yesterday and, like, tied my PB, and, I mean, this PB is, like, 4 months old.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Definitely in a racing setting, you never know. You know, the nerves might get you, or
whatever.
One thing starts to go wrong, and it just starts to pile up. But man, you were going for some very advanced strats there, so definitely keep your head up.
I mean, I've been
you're a good player.
I've been running this game for like almost 2 years now. I have like a 153 and 120 that's been there for like a couple months that I could probably beat. I don't. The thing is, I don't do 70 star, so this was like, oh, I just do 70 star for fun. I don't do 70 star most of the time. I just do 120.
Yeah, a lot of runners are like that in this tournament, but I think this tournament is very good for.
Yeah, it's nice that a lot of people entered.
Oh yeah, good to get those 120 runners and 16 runners into 70 star and unify the community a bit.
I
enjoyed the way you chose to do an extra star there at the end, just show off a little bit of that 120 star movement.
Yeah. It's also like my favorite star in the game.
It's fun. It's a good star.
Like so fun to do.
And you were doing it well, apart from maybe that one missed air kick at for the third red, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it's what I usually do.
Yeah, for sure. I thought at first glance that once you were halfway almost done with getting through Bowser, or no, it was like close to the beginning. With Bowser in the Sky, I thought your muscle memory just kicked in from 120 star, and you accidentally went for it. But then we realized that you were just messing around.
Yeah, I mean, that was the case for the entire run. Like, I didn't even split. Like most of the time, I usually really split because I like to have my average for comparing against. But this run, I didn't even split. I've been going past splits since HMC.
Yeah, no worries, man. Do you still have more races to go?
Yeah, this is my first race.
Oh, it's your first race. All right.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on the first race, man. I still think you did end up hitting some pretty hard strats. So in a race setting, good for you.
Thanks. I guess.
It happens, man. It happens. You can't win every race, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's the first one, so it's good to get that out of the way, and really helps you know what you might want to do for the next race. And just leading on with that, do you think you are going to opt for safer strats in the next race, or are you going to double down on these harder strats and try and take those leads?
Thing is, if I go for safer strats, I've done the hard strats so much that muscle memory does them automatically. Most of the time I don't even think about what I'm doing. I just do it and it works. But for some reason, today really wasn't working. Nothing was working this run.
That goes, man.
Even Sky, I got the triple jump for the not Sky but THI. I got the triple jump that's super hard to get while getting the secret. And then for some reason I tried to go for the dive after the double long drop cancel. I tried to go for the dive to clip into the mountain. I fucked up that. and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I can't play today, so why did I try that? Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Alrighty, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and yeah, commiserations again, and good job on still completing your first race, dude.
I mean, I didn't finish. I failed 2 throws and was like,
well, good job competing, man.
You got,
like,
you got 70 stars.
You did. That's what really matters. And you went for some very hard strats, so nicely done. Man.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Later.
All right, and yeah, so good job to both the runners. You know, both playing well and trying their best, and you know, this is just the start of the tournament. So
thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, make sure you check out both runners, Darrow and Sorry, because I'm sure, I mean, they're both active runners and they both stream, so yeah, be sure to check them out.
And you know, if you enjoyed our commentary, both of us both stream Mario, ARWY Camillo, is that how you say it?
That was fine, yeah, you got it.
All right, and Kit Carson, so yeah, if you enjoyed the commentary, that's, we also stream Mario. Yeah.
Alright, I love you too, Dally. Yeah, and anyone here from my stream that's watching, appreciate you guys coming to watch and support our boy Sorry. And yeah, alright. Have a good one, guys.
Adios.